Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and we are on one of the space set today. Which one is this one? This one they call Sputnik. I like the name of this one. So this is Sputnik, and I think I am, excuse me, I am going to replace the M with glow in the dark. It will only have just a little bit in this top moon, and most of it, well, top Sputnik, and most of it will be down here. But I am liking the glow in the dark on the space one, so I'm going to continue with that. But let's start in this bottom corner first. I'm using a blue tray. This was the limited edition tray in December of last year. Excuse me. And I'm using a second pen that I got from Marble Makes. It's got a cute little bunny on the top, and this actually has glow in the dark in it as well. So if I remember by the time I've gone through this video and the questions, then I will showcase both when I turn the light off when it's finished. But let's zoom into Sputnik and get started with 310s. I do want to say thank you all again for your support with the launch. We do still have a few of the Zesty trays left. I think we did last month as well. Zesty, we are able to print a few more for the roll, per roll of filament, but it is the bigger Add More Zest trays that are the more popular ones too. So they definitely disappear quickly. I know there are more shouts for more orange, so we will ensure that that one is on the list for maybe a redo at some point in the future. It's been a while since we had that size in the Zesty size as well, so maybe we'll do a redo on both. But there's a few different colours that we will possibly do redos on. I think we're getting close to needing to look at more redos. I know we redid a purple, but the purple was like the first one we ever did, so that was due a mini redo. And then the dark purple has been available and still currently is as a base colour, and that will be replaced with pink soon. But then we will start having a look at redos of some of the more popular colours. I just had two diamonds stuck together, so let's get rid of that. They weren't just stuck together on my pen, they were actually connected. And that little bit of plastic in the middle that connects the two of them means they don't sit as nicely. But yeah, thank you all so much for your support. Orders, as usual, will be out on Monday, so tomorrow for you guys as you're watching this, because we're on the 12th. Okay, comments and questions. I think that's all the updates that I've got at the moment. But comments, Nancy, she says she's still playing catch up because Nancy was away. She says she was up early this morning working on her June Waffle along with me. She wanted to say that she does have a few of the mini paintings in her stash. She has the museum and the national parks. She had decided not to pick up the flower series, but watching me put them together has changed her mind. She's added them to her wish list. I think did I read that one yesterday? I think I might have done, or in one of the videos. Maybe I didn't click a heart reaction to it and it's reloaded. It's still worth saying again though, because the flower set is really nice. And that was actually one that I didn't get in sort of my first few sets of mini paintings, but it was actually seeing people put them up on the group that attracted me even more. and made me want to have them. So if other people do it to me, I can do it to you. Right, now normally I would do the F and go all the way around here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this line and get the G done, because I have loads of it. So I'm going to tip out all the rest of the G that I have in my pot, and I do have a bag to refill it. So I'm going to use these first. And I think I'm more going to go with this line across the top, because that will frame a lot of this. Plus, there's another reason. The F has got quite a few little ones dotted about, and I love putting a square in the middle when it's the only one left to do. I love the little click it makes. So if I put the F down first, then I wouldn't be able to do all that little click. So I'm going to. Right, I've got another comment from Nancy. Maybe this is the one that I was meant to read out. She said she finished her number 2 square while listening to me. She said, and she thinks I only tipped out 3 colours, so she had time to finish de-kitting her roses and tea set. She says she's ready to kit up something new, but she has a larger Dreamers Designs canvas on the go, which is the boathouse. So she thinks she'll try and get more of that done before she kits up a new one. Oh, another June. Clean up your work in progresses. She said, hope you had a good day. See you tomorrow. That you will. I will be back tomorrow. Fee, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she loves the idea of the 3865 border. She says it's what she's done on some kits. She said especially if there is sky in the picture, is she mixes 3865 with or 5200 with ABs. So she mixes them up in a largest container, and then you find that you get a shimmer all over the sky, and it's totally random. I do like that idea. If you've got a big expanse of whites, mixing in some ABs with your white, and then just not doing every single square as an AB, just doing a random selection as an AB. I think that could work really well, especially on the likes of a sky. And it can be like the sky is sparkling or the sun is reflecting throughout it. It'd probably work on water as well, depending on how much white was in there. Give a nice little reflection. I might have to try that on something soon and do an AB mixed in rather than just changing certain colours, and see the effect. Sherry T on the 7th of June, she said, yay, we got to see the end. Yes, it seems to have been fixed. So I just need to remember in another probably 6 months or so, because I did update my Mac. I did upgrade my Mac at some point. It might have even been a year ago, but I do need to try and remember every 6 months or so to just clear the stored data out of my editing software, and hopefully we won't have it again. But I do keep double checking the time that my editing software says the video will be compared to YouTube, to make sure that they do match, because it's so annoying. And I do save the software as well, the original footage as well. So if I do need to edit it again and upload a fresh version, I can. Sue says, thank you Rebecca for another great whip and chat. Love the colours in the mini painting today. This was on the 7th. She said, and she looks forward to seeing what I have to do tomorrow. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the fact that it's a few different kits mixed up as well, rather than it just being the same theme each day. I think I might, when I kit up I've got a few more kits, a few more mini sets. I've got two with the people and the other national parks one. So I think I might kit up in pretty quick succession those three when I do them. Kit those up in quite quick succession, and then I can mix and match which ones I do each day and try and get a little bit more painting done. I haven't done my flamingo for about a week or so. In fact, since the June Waffles started, I think I managed to get one session doing some of my flamingo. I'm getting closer to hopefully being able to do more. My to-do list is going down. Slowly but surely, it's chipping away with the things I'm playing catch up on. And I'm hoping to be able to get a little bit more time in, because I really want to get the flamingo done. Partly because I am enjoying it. I am enjoying doing it. It's a nice painting to do. But I am also itching to kit up another large painting. I'm really enjoying getting through the large paintings a little bit quicker than I did last year. I feel like I didn't get many of them done last year, and I'm hoping to get more done this year. Right, I've got one more diamond. I was just trying to get it the right way up. I can get rid of those couple of pieces of rubbish. Let's have a look. I have extra diamonds for the space. And normally I would put these in the same bags that I put the AB diamonds in. But because these mini kits are not coming out of my craft room at any point, because I'm doing them for whip and chats, and because of the static that I had, which I must say, the static is pretty much, oh, I'm not even in shot, pretty much gone. There's a little bit there, but most of it is gone because I left this piece of dryer sheet in. So if you have these mini kits and you're worried or, you know, not in the mood to deal with any static, then pop some dryer sheet in the bags, because that has tipped out into there, no problems at all. And the dryer sheet is doing its job, dealing with the rest of the static while I'm busy putting diamonds onto my canvas. So I think what I will do, hopefully when I finish this video, is I will go and put a little piece of dryer sheet into each and every bag of diamonds in the other mini kits that I've got, so that kitting those up will be a lot nicer, because I would like to kit them up soon. But I also want to finish my flamingos, so I think I'll probably wait to kit them up until I finish my flamingos, but we'll see. I often change my mind and decide that actually no, I want to do the mini kit. So we'll see how it goes. LM Blissful Designs, she says she enjoys listening to my videos while diamond painting. She said these mini paintings are so nice. She says she may have to get some sometime. She has finished Alice in the Sea of Tears from Diamond Art Club yesterday, and she's kitted up Brisland from Diamond Art Club to do as a gift for a friend. I think that was one that I was drawn to, Brisland. Is it the one with the black and white? There's quite a bit of black and white in it, but then it's got huge pops of colour. It's got like stripes of black and white and huge pops of colour and retro symbols and stuff in it, if I remember rightly. That one did catch my eye. And I think it was because I do love the odd painting with lots of colour, like Mother Earth was. Yeah. But I haven't yet gone a browsing. I may have to go a browsing at Diamond Art Club soon and pick up a few more. I just want to get a few more of my large stash done. Partly because it will free up some room for some more, but also there are quite a few in my large stash at the moment that I want to do. And if I add more options to the decision wheel, then it might not pick some of the other ones that I want to do. And I feel like I'm cheating if I just skip the decision wheel and pick which one I want to do. It's like a reward when the decision wheel picks it for me. My brain works mysteriously sometimes. Nellie, she says she has her painting that will be finished in 3 weeks' time. And then she's going to do another large one of dolphins. Very nice. I love dolphins. That was my animal as a teenager. I don't know if anybody else has an animal as a teenager that they particularly favour. Mine was definitely dolphins. In fact, I still love dolphins, but more so when I was a teenager. Absolutely love dolphins. I remember the first time I visited my parents in Australia, when it was just my parents that lived there at the time, I think. And we did go on sort of, is it a tour? We went on a boat driving around, I think it was a bay, maybe it was the ocean, to spot dolphins in their natural environments. The idea was the boatmaster went driving round to try and find some so we could all look over the edge of the boat and see them. And we got an amazing show of dolphins. It was the most, I think, or nearly the most that they'd seen in a while, if not all the time. And yeah, it was amazing to see it. Fairdust says, hi Rebecca, how do you work with drills that pop? So if I do have any diamonds that pop, quite often I do roll over the painting when I've finished with a rolling pin, or you can get like a little mini handhold, I think it's called a brayer, to roll over the top of your diamond painting to make them sit down, and then you can potentially seal it just to help them stay in place and stay connected to each other a little bit more. If that doesn't help with them popping, then it is probably time to get in touch with the manufacturer. They're probably at the point where they're not going to stay down. Luckily, I have only had a couple of paintings that have given me bother with drills popping, and they have tended to stay now that they're in my display book. It's only been the odd one that has decided to pop. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't seem to matter what you do, they just keep popping. Sarah Jane, she says, does sealing special diamonds / crystal diamonds ruin them and cloud them over? Not with the sealer that I use. You may think it's going to, because when I do paint over them, it does paint over them white, that then dries clear. But I found that once it has dried fully, I believe they still have the full sparkle. I have done some sealing of special diamond paintings, and diamond paintings on camera. So hopefully, provided the camera reflects what I can see, you should be able to see it going on and looking a bit cloudy and potentially fuzzy. However, when it dries, the crystals look fine. So check out that video if you want to see what they look like. But I use the Craft Buddy sealer, and I've not had any problems with that at all, making any of my special diamonds cloudy. In fact, the bin, let me just get hold of it. This bin that I use for rubbish, well, it's a tissue holder. This is crystal rhinestones, and this has been sealed. And I still think it's got all its sparkle. So, and I've used this Craft Buddy Crystal Art Sealer, and I think it's been fine. So, and that tub has lasted me a good while. It gives me a challenge every now and then when I try to open it, if it's got glue stuck around the edge. But it's still going strong, and I've got plenty left for any future projects. These are a snug fit, these 939s. I'm not ejecting, it'll definitely make it nice when the next lot of diamonds click in. But let me get this straight edge across the top. And this is the one colour that I've got the most of on this painting. So we'll be a good chunk in. Melissa, she said she showed the ladies in the refuge this video. She said, and they were all shouting, "Oh my goodness, you've been mentioned on YouTube." She said, then you mentioned Jack, which is her son, and he was so excited. She says, thank you for my order. She loves the purple zesty tray. She also said she has a fun story. She said they were doing a fire drill in the refuge, and when they were returning to the building, the door went. The refuge staff ran through the building to get to the door, but the post lady was halfway down the street, so the staff chased her to bring back my Adbor Zest order. Love it. Love it. Tell them thank you so much for putting that effort in to make sure that it got to you and you didn't have to wait or go collecting. Sarah Jane said she loves the poppy painting. She said it suits it so much. Yes, I was very impressed with the ABs on the poppy. I was really happy with those, how those turned out. Liz, she said she loves the glow in the dark and that the poppy does look stunning with the AB. She finished her section ahead of time, so she moved on to day 9, because this comment was left on day 8, so that she can pack her diamond painting ready to take on holiday on Friday. As she won't have time tomorrow to do any diamond painting, as she'll be going out after work and not back until the evening. I like your forward planning. Make sure the diamond painting gets done. In fact, that's an idea. That's what I might kit up one of my mini sets for. So for our anniversary this year, the hubby and I are going away for the weekend. Now, I'm sure we'll be busy, but I'm sure there will also be, you know, some downtime watching TV. One of us might wake up before the other one. So I might try and get a set or two of the mini paintings kitted up, because I can take that with me without it feeling like I'm taking the world with me, because it is a weekend away and that is the main idea. But then if I do want it, I mean, we're going in the car. I could pack everything if I wanted to. And it's not the space. I suppose it's just the presence of the diamond painting. Whereas if I take the mini sets, they'll be quite easy to potentially do some, you know, and put it away again quite easily. Whenever we go on to what else we're doing for the day. That's an idea. Bernadette says she is loving all the mini paintings. She said they're turning out really great. And she said the glow in the dark on today's rocket looked fantastic. She says she's also so glad that I showed the finished poppy, which was one of the videos that cut off early. She said because it looks amazing. The ABs really added to it, and she thinks it's her favourite so far. Yeah, for me it's between the poppy and the lavender and how the ABs turned out on them. They're my two favourite with the ABs added. She said her exotic fruits should be here soon and she can't wait to get started on them. That was one of my favourites that they launched. In fact, I think if I only picked one mini set, I think that would be my first go-to. And it's because of the bright colours. Very similar to the cocktails. I love the cocktails. The houseplants only won because on my favourite, the houseplants won because I could see them dotted all over my house, more so than the cocktails. Though I'm sure some of those cocktail ones will land on the shelving in my kitchen. Yeah, and I can't wait to get hold of those ones. Anne Smith said that it looked awesome in glow in the dark. I like the glow in the dark in the fact that the painting still looks amazing, and it's got like this hidden extra benefit. Whereas with the ABs, you've sort of got to be sure that you're liking it because you will see that all the time that you look at the picture. Whereas the glow in the dark is a little hidden surprise instead, which makes it a little bit different. Right, I've not got much left to do with this now. The cat lady, she says her large paintings require her to use her large easel, which isn't at her computer desk. So she says they will be summer projects. She's doing a canvas now with stones. She chose it for the downstairs bathroom, she said, but the colours are far too pink for the purpose. So it will be looking for a new home, or it will end up in her portfolio at the end of June. And then she says, I'm Christina on Facebook. I feel like people need to put that every single time for me to associate names. Is that the crystal cat-eared one or Kate-eared one? There is a painting that has been posted up every day on Facebook, and I've loved it, and I really like that. That looks good. That looks colourful. And it turns out it is the same one that I unboxed from Kate-eared that is all square rhinestones that I'm hoping to do soon. And yeah, turns out it was the same painting. So at least I know I'm going to like it because I've already loved seeing the progress on it. And I didn't even twig that it was the same one. That's because I did the video for that unboxing before we started this event. Right, 939 is all done. So now I am going to move on to F. Get some of this satisfying click. In fact, I'll do them and then I'll frame the earth. I think it's the earth or the moon. Joe, She says, hi Rebecca. She says, maybe you can add a pen / or tray inventory pages for the logbook. Enjoyed the waffle as always. Yes, we can definitely look into that, Joe. I think there is a few things that people have suggested / requested that we are going to try and carve out some time to have a look at, and see what extra things we can potentially bring to the logbook so that people can customize a lot of it to what suits them. So there'll be extras that can suit a lot of people's needs, but not everybody's needs. It's on our to-do list though. Megan does a lot of the design of the logbook, well, with me over her shoulder telling her, change this or I like this, but she puts in a lot of the work with the logbooks, so it may have to wait for the summer holidays so that she has a bit more time to dedicate to it. Because as she said to me the other day when we were looking at something that somebody had requested and looking at tweaking something on the logbook, she said, right, if I keep looking at this and doing the logbook, she said, I am going to do nothing else for days. She says, I'm just going to get drawn in and not want to stop. So it is something we'll look at in the summer holidays. Focus on it then. Right, I've just tipped out a few. We're getting closer to the same colour as the tray. It's just got a little bit more of a grey tone on this one. This is 825. It's a little bit more grey than the tray. But it's a close match. And I'm doing this one primarily because it was on the same container row of diamonds as all the others that I've just done, more than it was the next one that needed doing. What is EEE? Not got any more. So on the strip of 4, I've done all the others. And sometimes it's another way of picking a colour, isn't it? So let's go to D. I'll probably do the same here. We've got quite a few blues here. I may as well get all of those done rather than flipping to the likes of white and then flipping back. So let's do the middle of these stars that sort of look like flowers. And then a bit more of, I think it's the moon. LM Blissful Design, she says she decided to take a break from diamond painting today to do some regular paintings for some art challenges that are going on with some fellow creators that she follows. But she still wanted to watch my whip and waffle while doing so. I class that as me time. She likes today's mini painting. She says her 2-year-old's nursery was space themed when he was a baby. These would have been perfect for the likes of a nursery, or even for any child that loves space. The other space set that I got, has been acquired by Megan, so I feel kind of privileged that she didn't take this one off me, to be fair. Maybe I just didn't give a chance to ask. This is my set that I get to do. Nancy says, yay, the full video. She was missing me. Jo said one change from when she started diamond painting that she likes best, because Jo has been diamond painting for years. She says is definitely the number of storage options. I agree. The storage options have definitely grown even since I started diamond painting, and there was a few that were quite new then, that were still good. She said she had a hard time looking for storage when she first started, and now she has lots. It's probably because you were very limited on storage that now anytime something new comes out, you want it. I partly think that's my excuse. Like, it can depend on what paintings you're doing, and there can be an ideal storage solution for certain types of paintings. So I like having options because of that. But the choices for storing the diamonds when I first started diamond painting, while it will have been better than when Jo first started, it was still fairly limited. And they started bringing out, you know, selections for diamond painting, different types of storage, but they weren't then, what we call it, pimped up and made pretty. Like even the 60 bottle case, you know, that was, the colour of the zip is what made it different, and now they're doing them with all sorts of amazing designs on, and they look prettier and prettier each time they bring some out. So there's definitely a lot more choice than there used to. She said another change, she said, was the pens. The kits she bought back in 2014 only came with tweezers. See, I missed the only coming with tweezers, but resin pens have only become big in the last few years. She said, so it was tweezers was how she learned to diamond paint. See, I can do it with tweezers. I just find I am a lot slower with tweezers. And while it's not a race, and while I enjoy the process, I can get a bit frustrated if it goes too slow, especially if I drop them when I'm trying to pick them up. Right, we've got another one that's very close to the colour of the tray. It's got a little bit more of a grey tinge again. Lady Dax, she says it's a cool space painting, and she said the poppy is so gorgeous. She said yes, she did have a break from a hubby's, the custom of her husband. She said then she did 3 sections the next day. See, take a break when you need to, and then you pick up speed afterwards. She said then she did 2 days of colourful Elvis. She said she was going to do more of the picture of her hubby today, but life had other ideas. She said she had to bring home from an arts and crafts group a set of diamond painting stickers to kit up. She said, a pain in the rump static. She said, oh well, at least you kept me company while I sorted it, thank you. It can definitely be a challenge when there's some static, but we'll see when I kit up my other ones after I've thrown some dryer sheets in them today. Now it's worked with the extras. I'm going to throw some dryer sheets in there and leave them for a few days, and then try and kit them up, and hopefully it will help and it won't be anywhere near as static. I can hope, can I not? Pretty. I love the click when the diamond goes in. Lady Dax also said, P.S. She said she used the same sealer as I did on her tissue bin. And she's taking a trip down memory lane on Audible, listening to Ruth Rendell's Wexford series. I think I might have read that one as well. She said she last listened to them on Walkman cassette 30 years ago while ironing. Love it. I never used to listen to books on a Walkman, but I definitely used to love listening to my Walkman. That's for sure. Anna, she says she keeps thinking she's going to add ABs to her painting, and she even bought some. She says, but then she doesn't think of it while she's working on one. In that case, you need to put them with your stuff. You need to put them more in your line of sight. So maybe put them on top of your storage for your diamonds for a painting, so that you have to move them to do your diamond painting, which might help you think about it. Or put them where your items are for kitting up. And when you go to kit up a painting, you'll see your ABs, you know, ideally if you have to move them out of the way, might help you to prompt you more. And then you could potentially do some. I've actually still not put the hooks on my wall above my desk, which is probably why I didn't think of them to change out on some of these paintings, because they weren't in front of me where I kit up. So that might help you. She says the painting she's working on for the June Waffle is a 65 by 80 centimetre all crystal painting. So she doesn't think it's a good candidate for putting ABs on. I agree. I think it would potentially get lost mixed in with the rhinestones. So put your ABs where you keep your storage, or maybe even have a look through your stash if you've got a few that you know you're going to be doing soon. Maybe have a look at the ones that you want to do soon and think, will they work? And actually put them with them. And that might help. She says it looks like she's going to have to remember to do it on her next painting that doesn't come with ABs. Yeah, just go and throw them in the painting now. Mix them in with the diamonds. Or even just put a few packets, or even just put a big piece of paper that says AB on it in with some paintings that an AB one would suit. Right, so next up I am doing the letter M, and I am using the glow in the dark. So I have the glow in the dark just tipped in this pot so that they're handy. Anna Marie, she says People of the Wolf by W. Michael Gear is also good. There are many books in that series. Yeah, I am on the last chapter of book 5 of The Earth's Children at the moment. I'm on the last bit. And it's the last book as well. So part of me's thinking, how is it going to end? I've actually put it on Audible the past 2 nights as I've been going to sleep. So the first night I actually was awake for the chapter before, and then I put on the last chapter and fell asleep within 10 minutes. So I didn't actually hear the end, not consciously anyway, and definitely not that I can recall. So last night I put it on again, but I listened to the chapter from the beginning so that I would get, the right context, and it would drag it out a little bit, make the book last a little bit longer. And I fell asleep again within 10 minutes. So I might have to listen to the last chapter while awake and diamond painting to ensure that it doesn't take me the next 10 nights to actually get through the last chapter. Calbs says, need advice please. They've been doing the June Waffle, but the one that they're currently doing is really gappy. They're not enjoying it at all. Really thinking about not continuing with it. What would you do? Okay, so we've already established that you're really, really not enjoying it. And to get to the point of asking the question, that even more so confirms that you're not enjoying it. Is it a painting that... Because sometimes, I must say, sometimes you can have ones that are really quite gappy, but actually once they're completed and you step back, they look perfectly fine. You know, and you could put them in a frame and not know that they were gappy as anything. So I suppose the questions I'd ask first is it a painting that you have got with a space for it to go in mind? So are you planning on putting that painting somewhere? Is it an image that you've bought because it would be ideal in a certain room in your house? Or did you just buy it because it just attracted your attention at the time and it was kind of cute and it's just going to go into a binder or a folder when you're done? If it's a painting that you bought to display somewhere and you would still like to display somewhere, then I would potentially carry on with it, but maybe kit up something else to do a little bit in between. I feel like you'd have to set yourself a little bit of a rule, i.e. I'll do one section on the painting I don't like and then treat myself to one section on another painting, just to ensure that you get it finished. If it's a painting that you don't have a perfect home in mind for, and it would just be likely to go in a portfolio when you've finished, then to me it sounds like you're really not enjoying it. Get rid. Get rid, wipe it slate clean. I'm guessing it's not a painting that cost you a fair amount, i.e. it's not from one of the premium companies. If it is from one of the premium companies, I would definitely reach out to them. If you've paid a premium price, I wouldn't expect that many gaps. If it's not and you don't think it's worth, you know, them messing about to contact the manufacturer, then just get rid. You're supposed to be enjoying your diamond painting, and there is no point in slogging through doing a painting that you're not enjoying to then put it in a portfolio that you may or may not look at a few times a year. And yeah, be done. Set yourself free from the nightmare painting. Amy, she said she had the museum putty coming out of her pen where she did have normal pink or blue wax. So she cleaned it with a straw cleaner, she said, and it now sticks into the pen tip. So maybe that's an idea. Maybe it needs a good clean out, a little straw cleaner to attack your pen, even if it's had wax, and you can get it to work with something else. Thank you for that, Amy. Chris says they're now working on their first custom diamond painting. Awesome. There is something about custom paintings, isn't it? It's only you that's got it. It's only you that is doing that particular diamond painting. There's something special about it. So I hope you really enjoy doing your first custom. If it is a custom of a person, don't forget they may end up with purple in their face. They may end up with green in their face, especially if it was a black and white picture to start off with. Quite often that is part of the process. And make sure that you've done the complete face and took a step back to look at it before you decide if it's right or not. A lot of the time, if you think a picture is not right, it's because you've not finished it and you've not taken a step back. That doesn't mean to say that some customs are not right, because sometimes they're not. But if you've never done them before, it can be a bit more of a shock on how the colours come together. So give it a chance. Billy says, Hank here. Hello, Hank. Or hello, Billy. Hank's actually the dog's name. Thanks for letting us know that the purple trays are only here for a limited time. Said they'll have to order one on Friday. She also wants to try out our curved tips, and she loves the glow in the darks. She's also completed another diamond painting, Lady in the Rain, and added some orange ABs. Awesome. Yeah, the purple tray is going to be going soon. Not yet. I have a decent amount of stock at the moment. I say that. Launch orders haven't been packed yet, but there is, there is enough to complete orders. There's not a limit on the stock at the moment. I'm waiting for the pink to arrive, and it's going to take us a few weeks to build up a stock of the pink, enough to be able to put it back on the website, and that's when we'll take the purple down. Albeit we may have 4 of them for a little bit, just while the purple runs out. We'll put actual stock figures in, and then once they're gone, they're gone. But they may come back for a limited edition at some point. Hank has also said, so glad to be part of the June Whip and Waffle number 2. Hope hubby is feeling well. And she's also been trying to like all the videos that they watch. Thank you. I say, it helps. I understand, sometimes you've got too much to remember and a habit takes time to develop. But if anybody can put a like on the video, it does always help the channel in that little way. Just help support it and keep up with the free content that keeps on coming. Because I always feel like I've got videos to do and ideas for videos to do. And I love doing them. Even if I am taking a full month of whip and waffling. Nancy said she's happy to diamond paint along with me from the back garden today. She just had time, she said, before the rain hit. All your mini paintings are looking lovely. And she says, thank you for all your hard work during this June waffle. We're loving it. We're supposed to actually, well, the weather at the moment tells me that we're supposed to have a nice week this upcoming week, weather-wise. It can still change, but for the moment, it's saying we'll have a nice week. So maybe we have a little bit of a hint of what summer may be like. We will see. Right, Kay is done. So, Sputnik is all finished. I have remembered, here's my Marble Makes pen. So let's turn the light off while we're close up and see what it looks like. Ooh, pretty. It's still a little bit light here today. It's not as dark as it always is. But if I get the camera to adjust, there we go, and then turn it off again so that you can see the diamond. I mean, you can see them, but it's definitely better when it's darker. But for now, it's looking really, really good. When I do like a showcase of them all when they're finished, maybe I'll try and make sure that I film that at night so that when I turn my filming lights off, it's as dark as it can be. Though having said that, it was about 10:30 the other night before it went totally dark, so may not work, but I'll definitely try and make sure it is as dark as it can be to showcase all the space paintings and which bits of glow in the dark I've got. But yeah, that is it for today, the 12th of June. Thank you all so much for joining me while I got another mini painting done. And I'll speak to you all again tomorrow.